Jai Hind everyone. Today video topic is about how to prepare for the CDS 1 2026. As you know, almost 6 months we have to prepare for the CDS 1 2026 which is scheduled in the April month. So what would be the ideal or the right path to approach the CDS and prepare well for the CDS? So, as you know about the CDS, that is the Combined Defense Service Examination, that is held to conduct officers into the Indian Armed Forces, Indian Navy, Indian Army, Indian Air Force. So, it is conducted twice in a year. Syllabus is that the English, GK, and the mathematics for the three academies, IMA, INA, and AFA, and two subject for the English and GK only for the OTA, which is both males and females. Now, talking about what would be the ideal strategy, how you can tackle the syllabus, because now you can see the CDS paper changing every attempt. They are making some new changes. Sometimes they make mathematics hard, GS hard, then sometime like taking the example of 2025 examination, English looking like quite hard. So, what will be the right strategy for that? Covering by the all the segment, talking about firstly I will English. So in English, if we talk about, there are 120 question, 2 hours for the timing, and marking is 0.83 for the correct and for negative 0.27. So in English there are the three major components. One is the reading ability and comprehension skill, second one is the grammar section, and third one is the vocabulary. 50 to 60 questions can easily solve by your reading and comprehension skills. 30 to 40 questions need grammar knowledge, and 30 to 40 questions check your vocabulary. So in this CD section, 12 sections are there. In each section, 10 questions will be asked. So in the changing pattern, how you can tackle the serious paper and can get the good marks in the serious English paper. So the strategy which I follow in the serious English, that is, I firstly note down all the obvious section of the serious English paper that come every year. I took the previous year of the serious papers and take that, okay, PQRS, that is the one section came every year in the serious examination. So I take that. Thereafter S1, S6. Thereafter part of a speech. Thereafter errors. Thereafter preposition. Thereafter either close test or the comprehension. Or thereafter idiom phrases, synonym, antonyms. So there are the 7 to 8 section which are quite obvious, which generally asked in every CDS. So you can see 7 to 8 section are quite obvious. So what be the strategy? Like I take one section, that is the PQRS. First, watch any video from the YouTube like CDS Journey or the other YouTube platforms, which video you can make your concept very clear. Thereafter, I practice a lot about these sections. Like PQRS, if you practice enough for the PQRS and S1, S6, there will be very high chance that you correct all the 20s question which came in the CDS for the PQRS and S1, S6. And the segment for the part of the speech and the error, or the other segment, that is preposition, comprehension, synonym, antonym, idiom phrases, you can practice. Take every obvious. First, identify the obvious sections first, and day wise, like week wise, you can prepare, because many time which we have almost 6 months. So take one topic for 1 week, concept clear by the videos and making short notes. Thereafter, practice that. Each only one section which you are taking obvious. After clearing all 8 section which are obvious, so you will be able to score those 80 questions, or out of those 80 questions you can able to score more than 60-70 question right, if you follow this strategy. So if the paper will be changed, it not impact your preparation or your score. If the 40 plus 50 to 40 questions came changing pattern, and you follow this strategy, so you will be able to attempt in these 40 question at least 30 question or 25 question, and you easily correct, having some 70 to 75 accuracy, you will easily correct 20 plus questions. It is very beneficial. Like if you correct 60 in that section which are quite obvious out of 80, or 20 plus in that section which is changing, evolving, or that, so 80 question you will be making correct out of, if you are attempting 100 around. So out of 100 and 101, you able to correct 80 questions. So net will be you are having 70 plus questions. So your score will be 60 plus in English easily. If the paper pattern is changing and you are not practice that much good. Okay, if you practice good, correct the all 80 questions which are quite obvious and you can score 70, 80 marks easily. Not 80 because 80 is need very much hard work, but you can easily score 65 and 70. Okay, it is gettable score. So for the English is the same strategy which I follow, and if you follow that, it is like giving the result, because if you know that the forge or the soldiers not need motivation, they are very consistent, that's why they get the result. And if you want to be an officer in the armed forces, so you have to be consistent. कंसिस्टेंटी से काम करते रहोगे भाई, सो रिजल्ट आएंगे. ठीक है, मेन चीज मोटिवेशन नहीं है. ठीक है, एक दिन दो दिन पढ़ने से नहीं होता है, लगातार आपको पढ़ना ही होगा, अपनी मिस्टेक्स को कम करना ही होगा. एक हंगर इनसाइड होना चाहिए दैट यस आई हैव टू डू इट फॉर माई सेल्फ, फॉर माई फैमिली. ओके, so this is the strategy for the English. Now I'm talking about for the GS strategy. In the GS section there will be three sections which I'm dividing. That is one science section, second is the general studies section, and third one is the current affair and the defense section. So to tackle the GS paper, one have to be very careful for the science and CA and defense section. So in the CA section or defense section, you can follow the CDS journey monthly videos and make notes. Out of the 20 question, there will be more than 10 or 15 question directly asked from the CDS journey monthly wise videos. Or you can follow the other YouTube channel, Study IQ or something, which you can make the monthly wise current affair notes. And for the science section, you can follow any YouTube teacher which you have match frequency or understanding the concept very clearly, and clear the science section very deeply, because 30 questions are very obvious, especially biology and chemistry and physics. Okay, sometimes physics are having less question, but biology and chemistry's weightage is like increasing day by day, so you have to practice well for that. 30 question from there and 10 to 15 question from the CA section, you will be able to correct 45 question. But for the GS section, I advise you to attempt at least 70 plus questions. Why I'm talking about, like if you attempt 50 questions, so there will be very less chance that you correct 40 plus questions. But if you attempt 70 plus questions, so there will be high chance that you correct at least 50 plus questions. Or if you correct 50 plus question in out of 70, so there will be very good marks you can get if you are taking the net attempts which you can get correct, that is the 40 plus questions. Okay, and you can score 34 35 around in the GS. That is a quite good score in GS. I'm talking about the general thing. If you take science section very hard prepare, and the CA and defense monthly notes you can make, thereafter in the GS what you can like prepare well for the physical geography, and like remember all the events that took place, or the hills and the things are in the Indian geography. In the geography section, 20 question will be asked. If you like complete the syllabus of geography and solve the PIQs of the geography, you can able to correct 10 plus question in the geography section if you are attempting 15 plus question, because there are high chance that every question if you attempt now, so there will be high chance that 3 to 4 question you can get incorrect. It is normal, everyone has that accuracy. Okay, so after I'm talking about, you can see the geography and little bit polity and economics mixture. Take an overview for that. If you don't have much time to read them, but take an overview. At least read them in a way that if some easy question, 2 to 3 question will be asked in CDS examination, you can tackle them. Or I suggest them, please, that is a 6-month time. So please go for complete syllabus for the polity and economics, because they are having 10 question each. If you prepare and at least like in the real paper, you correct 6 to 7 question in polity, 6 to 7 in eco. So your score in GS is boosting. Okay. And in the history, I don't say you that didn't prepare for the history. You have prepared for the history, but take an overview, right? Like make a chronology order and remember it, that what event will happen in this timeline, in this timeline. Okay, like making a rough idea of the history, so you can easily tackle 4 to 5 question. And 4 to 5 question, if you able to correct in history, na, it is more than enough. If you are having background of history, you can do the history. But if you don't having the background of history, so you have to like make an overview of the history, so you can able to correct 4 to 5 questions. So the complete summarize for the GS strategy. First of all, you have to prepare for the science section well, making notes for the current affairs section or defense section by the CD journey monthly videos, and complete geography, polity, economics, making short notes, and practice well, and taking an overview of history. By this, if you do all the 6 months this, or complete a syllabus honestly, or making PYQs, thereafter you are able to attempt at least 80 question the CDS GS section. And if you attempt 80 question by doing this, so your accuracy at least will be 60% more. Well, 60 question more. You able to correct 60 plus question out of 80 if you did honestly this. And you can get easily 40 plus marks in GS. But the thing is that the consistency, you need to follow that and be honest with yourself. Okay. Now talking about the math section, that is the very hurdle for many people, that they clear OTA but didn't make it to the IMA or the other academies which having math section. So in the math section, if you able to make a score 100 plus or around 100 in the OTA, so you have to only 30 plus or 35 plus marks in the maths. So first of all, where to start for the mathematics? Because mathematics is that if you are like know the basics of the maths, so you can prepare by self. If you don't have the like basics of the mathematics or not belong to the mathematics stream, so you can purchase a course of any teacher which you want. Like if you purchase a CDS specific teacher, so you can buy them their course. So first of all, complete your number system chapter, that is having 10 to 15, sometime 20 question will be asked from same chapter. And thereafter trigonometry, 10 to 15 question will be asked from that chapter. These two chapters making 30 to 35 question in the CDS exam. And thereafter you can take geometry having very vast topic, but tackle, if you are able like having mathematics background, so it will be no worry for that, you can prepare all geometry na. So in the geometry, if you take easy questions like triangles, lines and angles, and some quadrilateral topics, so they will be at least 10 to 8 questions you can easily solve in the geometry section. Okay. And same for the mensuration or the algebra, like don't speak skip any particular topic. टेक लाइक सम लाइक ऐसा आपको प्रिपेयर करना है कि हर एक टॉपिक से जो इजी क्वेश्चन आए वो आप ना छोड़ पाए। तो इसीलिए एक ओवरव्यू, एक सिलेबस कंप्लीशन की आपको डिमांड होनी चाहिए। ऐसा ना हो कि कंप्लीटली आपने अलजेब्रा स्किप ही कर दिया और अलजेब्रा से कुछ इजी क्वेश्चन आए वो भी आप छोड़ पा रहे हैं। अंडरस्टूड? सो पहले मेनली 5 सेक्शन सीडीएस मैथ्स में है, उनका प्रायोरिटी ऑर्डर बता देता हूं। दैट इज नंबर सिस्टम, देर आफ्टर ट्रिग्नोमेट्री, देर आफ्टर ज्योमेट्री, मेंसुरेशन, देन अलजेब्रा। ये 5 तरह से मैंने मेन जो टॉपिक हैं जो किसी मैथ्स में आते हैं वो अरेंज किए हैं। सो यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर फॉर द प्रायोरिटी ऑर्डर, एंड इफ यू कंप्लीट at least 70% of the syllabus for the mathematics, practice more by the mocks and the chapter mocks. Okay, so you will be scoring more than 40 marks in the CDS math section. So in this whole video I will summarizing, I will talking about English, GS and math strategies and giving a slight like idea how do you prepare for that. It is a strategy which I use and clear CDS twice. in both attempts for the 2025. Okay, so this strategy will work if you follow honestly and consistently. Okay, and now one thing that you need to remind that yourself, you have it in you and you can do it if you do very honestly. Okay, कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ प्रिपरेशन कीजिए. इट इज नॉट द हार्ड थिंग, दैट इज अ वेरी इजी थिंग इफ यू very honest with yourself and having a hunger inside you that I have to do it. Till then, Jai Hind. If you have any query, write in the comment box and join our Telegram channel for the preparation of the SSBs and the your examination. Having any doubt, you can write. Okay, Jai Hind.